What you can see on your screen right now is a little bit of an interesting piece. Ordinarily, I would never pick up something, well, maybe not never, but I would rarely pick up something that's got the Pulsar name on it because it frankly doesn't really stand for much. Well, this one's got an interesting feature that you've probably already noticed. Before we get into that, we'll take a look at the controls here. Alarm off. Actually, I think that says alarm and off. So I'm assuming that's for setting the alarm and turning it off. Press and hold for the seconds display. Sleep timer. These buttons appear to be somewhat broken, which is unfortunate. Especially the sleep timer button. Switch for the radio as well as the alarm functions. This does actually feature the ability to wake to a buzzer, which is odd to see on a Pulsar product. There's your band switch. Got a touch snooze control. And there's your tuning dial on the front. It is backlit with I believe, a grain of sand bulb. We've got our tuner on the left and our volume on the right. Let me get that out of the way. There's where the DC 9-volt backup battery is. Rather interesting place for such a thing. It is only single speaker, although it probably could have been a unit in the same case that had dual speakers for FM stereo, or even AM stereo. There's our alarm switch here. Our dimmer right there. But all of that is not what makes this interesting. No, instead what makes this interesting is something you'll see a little bit better when I turn the camcorder light on. What is this? Danger with what appears to be a fire symbol. And we can see down here, Pulsar AM/FM clock radio with air checker. Huh. Now, here's where I'm going to involve you guys. I have got absolutely no idea what the air checker actually is. My guess is that it is potentially a smoke alarm functionality. But I don't know. On the bottom of the unit, if we take a look here, here's our time set buttons. And we've got an air pollution switch here, which I presume is probably actually more so a sensitivity switch. And it looks like there's a sensor of some kind right there. Oops. But I'm not sure what it is. I could very easily go look up the Pulsar model number there and see that it is a model number 800 or 4422158-0. These are bands there, 8-watt unit, 117 volts for some reason, made in Taiwan. But I'm not so sure. There's the CSA certification, obviously for a radio. Looks like there was a sticker right there at some point, but there isn't anymore. Maybe it had some more information about it. That's just a warning about not taking it apart. But if it is a smoke alarm, I don't see a test switch on here. So I'm not really all too sure what it is. But I'm going to go ahead and plug it in. We'll see if it goes off and scares the living bejesus out of me, or what happens. Okay, so here's the unit plugged in. You can see the display is nice and bright, and that's on its brightest setting, I believe. Oh, that was the alarm. Yes, that's definitely the brightest setting. Even nice and bright there, but I can see some uneven wear in the characters, specifically the colons. Those are very worn, but obviously they're on all the time. Turns out these are not fast and slow buttons on the bottom here. This is actually for the hour, and this one's for the minute. I want to see if I can get the radio to work. I could not when I was testing it, but we'll see what happens. So we can see the dial light come on. Yeah, it looks like the radio is completely dead. Well, that sucks. Oh, here we go.
problem.
There's our radio.
We are featuring local indie rock band Lemon.
I fixed it.
Lately, they have been playing tons of shows. They even did a little tailgate party, rather. I can barely put this on me so much.
Want your heart, your soul.
En 14.
Non, ça doit être
Les gens cultivés, on l'a trouvé.
Je pensais 97, moi.
OK. Et
Oh, and then we lost it again. I think there's something wrong with this,
non.
this here.
Backing vocals, Brody West.
Yeah, there's definitely something wrong with the tuning knob. I thought it was the volume knob at first, but I guess it's the tuner.
Snowblank has been my...
And then it disappeared again. Probably need to take it apart and clean it. We're running out of space on the tape there.
Family friendly.
Alright, well, okay, it's clear to me that it's not working very well, so I'm going to set the alarm, and we'll go ahead and have a listen to that. So you can hear it's another one of those with the, the radio also comes on. That is not very sensitive at all. But anyways, there you go. Here's your Pulsar AM/FM co-op radio with air checker. Probably tomorrow at some point I will go ahead and see what the air checker functionality actually is. I believe it's a smoke alarm, but I'm not exactly 100% positive on that. So when I figure it out, there will be a video. Thank you for watching. If you have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. Especially if you know what the air checker functionality happens to be. This is CP666 signing off. I hope to see you next time.